just like always, we're going to be going in order. So I'm going to start with level 1, then level 2, then level 3. All right, so we're going in order. Now, to make it easier, remember, if you need to go back and watch these on YouTube again, you guys can, right? Because, yeah. But to make it easier, I'm going to put the levels up in the corner of the whiteboard. So when you join, you can tell, you know, which class is which. Now, the way it works is the first 10 minutes is going to be level 1. The next 10 minutes is level 2. And then the final last kind of 10 minutes is 3. All right, so we're going in order. Now, if you're in level 2 or 3, this is a good chance for you guys to kind of review what you guys did back in level 1 or level 2. All right, that way you guys are continually learning and continually growing, just like we're supposed to be doing as black belts. All right, so level 1, you guys are on chapter 3 in the 17 laws of teamwork. All right, chapter 3 is the law of the niche. It's called the law of the niche. Now, a niche is something like you're incredibly good at. That's a niche. It's something that you excel at. All right, so it says all players have a place where they add the most value. So, first bullet point, it says having right blank in the right blank is essential to team building. So this one is having right, it's supposed to be having the right people in the right places is essential for team building. A team's dynamic changes according to the placement of people. And it really does. If you want to have a good team, put people in the right spot. Put people on parts of the team that they can grow and get better and they have like a great ability at. All right, so this one is the first one. So we're going down a little bit. It says when people are in the wrong place. That's where it's going to start and it's going to go all the way down. So how this is working, it's the wrong person in the wrong place. So to kind of bring it back to karate, it'd be like putting a white belt in front of a black belt class and telling that white belt to teach the black belts. That wouldn't be good at all, right? That's the wrong person in the wrong place. This leads to regression. The word is regression. Regression. Now, this means that they're going to not really learn anything that needs to happen. They're not going to learn anything new or improve on themselves. That's what regression is, all right? Now, the second one is the wrong person in the right place. So this would be like asking a level 2 student to teach level 2, or level 1 to teach level 1, or level 3 to teach level 3. Someone that's the wrong person, but it's the right place. This one leads to frustration. Frustration. So people not liking it very much. So again, that's like asking a level 3 student to teach level 3. Well, I mean, that's not going to get anywhere, right? We're supposed to be teaching you, and that's going to lead to frustration. Stay. Maybe. Okay. The next one is the right person in the wrong place. So this would be like asking, it'd be like asking someone that knows what they're doing. So a good instructor in a place where they're not good at teaching, right? So if an instructor is really, really, really good at teaching forms, but not so much at sparring, well, I'm not going to put that instructor in sparring because that's the wrong place for them. They're really good at teaching forms and stuff, not sparring. So that's what that means. This one leads to confusion. This one leads to confusion. Already missed it. Confusion. Confusion. It leads to confusion. So again, if you put someone that does not know a lot of what they're trying to teach in a place where they're not going to excel, well then it's going to lead to confusion on both parts. All right, the next one is the right person in the right place. So again, this is asking a really good instructor that knows what they're doing and putting them in the correct place. So that same instructor that's really good at forms, putting them in teaching forms. That way they can do what they know a lot about. It's the same with sparring. You put someone that knows a lot of sparring with that group. This one leads to progression. Progression. Good. And then the last one, this one is the right people in the right places. So again, that's like having a full team of really good instructors here at the karate school and having them teach what they're really good at. So the people that are good at forms, teaching forms. The people that are good at teaching leadership, sparring, like putting the people where they are the best at. That is how you create the next one, which is multiplication. Long word. Multiplication. That's a long word. So, again, that means that everything gets better and better and better exponentially. So everything grows instead of going at a steady line of growth like this, it goes like this. All right? And that's what we want. We want to multiply the progression. Now, put people in their place. This one's important. To put people in their place, where they need to be, where they're going to be the most valuable to the team. First, you have to know exactly that. You have to know the team. What that means is I need to know what that person is really good at, right? I need to know what my teammates are really good at, what they can add value to. So again, like me, I love sparring. And I'm really good at teaching this leadership stuff. So you put me in those two places, and that's where I excel the most. And it's the same for any of the other instructors. They are in their places where they excel the most, what they can offer towards everyone the best. All right, second, you must know the blank. This one is situation. The situation. So you have to know what the situation is. If you don't know what it is, again, if you put martial arts instructors, karate instructors in a like basketball setting, so you tell us to go teach someone how to play basketball, well, that's not going to be very easy. I'm not very good at basketball, so it would not work out well. All right, so you have to know the situation. And the last one is you have to know the players. The people that you are going to be teaching, and you have to know how they are going to be like impacted, how they're going to learn the best. All right, so you have to know the player. Good, just like so. Now, to kind of go off of that, teamwork thought. You are most valuable where you add the most value. You are most valuable where you add the most value. Right? So again, putting people where they need to be is very, very important on a team. Becoming a better team member. Have you found your niche? Have you thought there's no place like this place anywhere near this place, so this must be the place? That's a fun line to say. Say that 10 times fast. So, what I want you guys to do, and this is for level 1 at the bottom of your page, right, where I usually ask you guys the question, have you found your niche? Have you found what you are really, really, really good at? All right, the thing that you excel 100% at, and I want you to write it down on the bottom of that page. All right, that is your niche. If you have, awesome. If you have not, that's A-okay. You got plenty of time to try and find it, right? Like, I'm really good at teaching, but I'm also not great at other things too. All right, I'm really good at drawing, but I'm not great at painting. I know, crazy, right? But there's a lot of things that you can find your niche in, all right? And you'll find that the more you work on something, the better you're gonna get. And the more that's gonna become your niche. All right, level 1, that is it for you guys today. Thank you for joining me, level 1. You guys are free to go. Have a good afternoon. And now we are on level 2. Level 2. You guys are on chapter 10. If I can get there. 10. There it is. The law of connection. The law of connection. Let's change that. So as everyone knows, this is level 2. Cool. All right. The law of connection. Now, it says leaders touch a heart before they ask for a hand. This is very important to know. This is all about inspiration and motivating the people on your team as a leader. If you cannot inspire them to want to do something for you, they're not going to want to do anything for you. Okay? So this is why this one is very important. Now, again, this is the law of connection. All right? So the first bullet point says, the blank comes before the blank. This one is the heart comes before the head. The heart comes before the head. Again, if you want someone to do something for you, you have to know how to get into their heart first before you can get into their head. You have to make them feel before you can make them think. All right, so it says the blank, the relationship and connection between individuals, the more likely the follower will want to help the leader. This one is the stronger. The stronger the relationship and connection between individuals, the more likely the follower will want to help the leader. This is very, very important. If you want to be an effective leader, you have to know these things because, yes, they're going to get you where you need to be. All right? This one doesn't have an application. We'll have to fix that later. All right, so the quotation mark says, people don't care how much you care until they know how much, or they don't care how much you know until they know how much you care. That's one of the lines that a lot of people might say and you might hear a lot of, okay? Again, it is people don't care how much you know until they know how much you care. All right? So this one's important. If you know a lot, but if they don't know that you care about them, they're not going to want to follow you. They have to know that you care about that person, whoever it may be. Right? The more you care about someone, the easier it is to make that connection and build upon it. All right? Cool. See if I can balance this. There we go. Cool. All right. Now, the next bullet point says, to connect with people in a group, relate to them as blank. You want to relate to them as individuals. Individuals. Relate to them as individuals. What this means is to be a good leader, I have to know about you guys, right? I have to know what your dislikes and what your likes are. That way I can either if I like the same things, cool, let's keep talking about it. If I don't like the same things, let's say okay, we can still talk about it, right? The more I know, the better off the person, the more of a connection you're gonna have with that person, right? And it does take time to build that connection. That's a-okay. But you want to relate to them as individuals. All right? The tougher the challenge, the greater the blank. The tougher the challenge, the greater the connection. Greater the connection. So if something's innately challenging, then you're going to have a better connection with whoever is guiding you through that. So great example is us here at karate, right? Getting to your black belt's not easy, and that's a-okay. Okay? Getting to your black belt is a challenge. It's challenging for a reason, right? Nothing easy is worth it. Everything that's challenging, everything that makes you better, makes you grow, is worth it. All right? That's something I've followed for my life. All right? If something's challenging, it's usually worth it. It's usually worth going after and getting better at it. All right? So if you want to make a better connection with someone, challenge them. Make them think, make them work harder, those kind of things. All right? Just like all of the black belts we have here at the karate school, right? We're all kind of one big family. Well, it's because we've been through so much together. 4 years of awesome training. They go through prep cycle. They have multiple of the mountain retreats going up there and working hard for 3 days with everyone. The connection gets built. You get closer with those people. All right? And that's what this is talking about. Now, the last one for today, it says to lead yourself, use your head. To lead others, use your heart. And again, that goes off of what I was talking about with the inspiring other people. If you want to lead people, you have to know how to inspire them, how to make them want to follow you, not just because they have to, but because they want to, right? So as a leader, if you don't know how to guide someone through their heart, inspire them to want to follow you, then I want you guys to think about it. How do I get people to want to follow me? How do I get people to, want to go do what I tell them to do, right? And it's super easy if you can do it correctly. If you show that you care about them, genuinely, if you show that you care about what they think and what their goals are and everything like that, well, then it's going to be a lot easier for them to want to follow you. Okay? If you want to have a great team, if you want to have a team that's close, then you have to know what is guiding them, what is making them keep going. Okay? And it's the same for you guys, right? And that's why I really want the pictures of your visualization posters. It's not so much just so I can post on Facebook. That's just an added bonus. But it's so I can see what your goals are, so I can see them and I know what you guys want to achieve, right? I know Kelly still wants to work for NASA. That's pretty awesome. And I mean, if you guys send me those posters, I get to see all your goals and it makes me so happy. All right? That's how you grow. That's how you get better. So, other than that, for level 2, that is going to be it for today. All right? So, you guys are free to go. Have a good afternoon. And then we're going to switch gears and go to level 3. All right, so level 3, you guys are also on number 3, which is incredibly effective teaching technique number 3. So, this one is harness the power of focus anchors. Harness the power of focus anchors. Now, you might be thinking, what's a focus anchor? We use them all the time in class. Just hang out, and you'll understand as we keep going down the list. So, it says, most kids, even the difficult ones, want to be a part of the group. No matter how difficult they are, if they want to, they will join the group, and they will want to be a part of it. Okay? So, going to the bullet point, it says, focus anchors are used to help maintain blank on the karate floor in a positive, non-threatening manner. All right? Focus anchors are used to help you maintain control. 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 They help you maintain control on the karate floor in a positive, non-threatening manner. because we're trying not to be threatening or be mean or bullying or anything like that. We want to be positive. We want to be, again, inspirational, like we were just talking about. All right, so it next says, young students become blank very easily. Once one does, the rest will soon follow. This one's distracted. It happens. People get distracted. All right, but the whole point of what we're doing here and the focus anchors is when someone gets distracted, is to pull them back in to whatever we're doing, right? To kind of grab them by the rope and like, come back here, right? We want to make sure that they're paying attention and we want to make sure that they're focused and they're going to keep going, right? So that's what a focus anchor does. Now, the key is to stay calm and happy. Never get frustrated or blank. Angry. This one's simple. Angry. Don't get angry. No. Mr. Morris is saying it's valid. Don't get frustrated or angry. This can be difficult when it has to do with someone that's challenging, someone that's kind of difficult to work with, and that's a-okay. All right, it's all about patience. It's all about when you start feeling your blood boil and you start feeling frustrated and angry, you just have to know how to kind of reset yourself, right? You have to know how to bring yourself back so you're not getting frustrated or angry, showing it towards the student, right? So for me, my personal kind of reset, I don't know, maybe you guys have seen me do it in class, or if something is not working the way that I want it to, my kind of reset is I'll go this, and I'll just kind of reset my face, right? So I just literally go up and down, call it good, and I'm back to being happy, I'm back to being calm and collected, right? And that's something you guys have to figure out on your own. Everyone's different, but you want to figure out some kind of way of doing it, okay? Some way of doing it. Some way of resetting yourself so you're not angry or frustrated. Now, moving on to the rule of 3. It says, number 1, keep the anchor blank. You want to keep the anchor strong. Keep the anchor strong. Strong. Keep your anchors strong. This one's important because if the anchor, whatever you're using to pull students' focus in on you, if it's not strong enough, then it's going to break, right? It's an anchor. If the chain on the anchor is not strong enough to hold the anchor, well, the chain's going to break, right? It's the same thing here. You want to make sure that your anchor and your chain are strong enough to hold the attention of whoever you are working with, right? So we're almost to where I can start explaining different kind of focus anchors we use in class. Number 2, blank the anchors. This one's vary. You want to vary the anchors. You want to vary the anchors. All right, you want to make sure that they're like, let's see if I can focus better. Maybe. Is that better? Maybe. I think. All right, anyways, yeah, you want to vary the anchors. So you don't want to make the anchor the same thing all the time because that anchor will start to not be as effective, right? You want to use different things all the time. That way your anchors kind of switch it up and get to different kind of like different effects, all right? Number 3, use focus anchors blank in class. This one is frequently. Sit up here. Frequently. There you go. Boppity boopity. Use focus anchors frequently in class, right? So we don't want to just use one at the beginning and expect that thing to hold the entire time. All right, it's that anchor is going to rust, the chain's going to break, and you need to find a new one, right? So you have to use them frequently to make sure they hold. Okay, so it says always stay positive when using focus anchors. Never use a blank anchor like yelling, pay attention, or something similar. So this one's negative. You don't want to use a negative focus anchor. Negative. You never want to use a negative focus anchor. All right, so again, yelling at someone when they're not paying attention, you don't want to be like, hey, pay attention, because that's a negative focus anchor, right? Everyone's focus is now on that person. I was not paying attention, and what they're not going to feel great about themselves, and they're just not going to want to keep going, right? So a good positive focus anchor would be like looking at someone that's doing the right thing. So someone that's working hard and be like, man, excellent job, Johnny. You are doing so amazing. Thank you for working hard today. All right, and then that person that's not paying attention, they're going to look at that and be like, I want that to happen to me, and they're going to start working harder and start doing whatever it is that we were trying to get them to do in the first place, right? And you could use that for everything, all right? So a good focus anchor is saying positive things to someone else. Catching someone doing the right thing is really important. So if that kid is not doing the right thing, whoever it may be, you can, and then you see them like when they're super focused and they're doing the right thing, praise them for it, make them feel great about it because they're doing whatever it is that they're supposed to be doing, all right? So if one of our like little ninjas is, doing something right and they're doing a punch and a kick correctly, give them a high five, be like, man, you are so focused. Thank you so much, because they're going to want to keep feeling that awesome feeling that they're in right now. And they're going to want to keep working hard for you, okay? And that's what that is talking about. That's what that means. All right, and again, focus anchors vary. It's not just saying things. You can also use a focus anchor to get people to pay attention. If we're in a group, like a group mat chat, and a kid's not paying attention, I might snap at them. I might just simple, and they're gonna be like, ooh, and pay attention back on whatever I'm saying. Or if they're sitting in front of me, and you guys have all seen it, they're like playing with their toes or not paying attention. I'll just gently set my hand on their knee and make sure they're paying attention on me, right? And for some of those, I don't even need to look straight at them when they're doing it. I can keep talking to the entire crowd. I just set my hand on their knee, and they will kind of bring back focus, right? And these are different focus anchors you guys could do. Another one that I like to do is my really loud clap, where I'm like, all right, guys, and I like really clap and we get moving right away. Those are all focus anchors, right? Many different things that you guys can use to get people to focus on you, all right? And if you couldn't tell, on the bottom of your page I want you guys to write some examples of focus anchors. And if you're paying attention, I just gave you like 10 or 5. I exaggerate. But still, I just gave you a whole bunch of different kinds of focus anchors. So I'll quickly run through them again because we got plenty of time. The first one is when someone is not paying attention, complimenting someone near them. So saying, if this is one kid and this is other, the good one, bad one, good one, bad one. The good one, I'm like, oh man, you're doing so amazing. Thank you for being focused. The bad one's gonna be like, I want that to be me. And he's gonna start working harder. The second one that I kind of gave you guys was use it like when the person is doing really good, using that focus anchor on them of, oh man, you're doing so amazing today. Thank you for focusing, because they're going to want to keep feeling good like that, right? So they're going to keep working hard and keep improving. The next one is using like the snap if it's in like a group chat or they're near you, just to get them to focus on you. That's something Master Galloway did to me a lot. That's why I use it. It's because Mr. Morris, when he was not so focused, Master Galloway was like, hey, and that would just get me to focus on him. Another one is clapping. Another one is if they're not paying attention, you can put your hand on their knee. And again, this is another like group Met Chat one. Put your hand on their knee to get them to focus on you. Other ones, you can kind of look and watch what Mr. Ogle, what Miss Ogle, what Mr. Churchman and I do. Because some of them I'm blanking out right on the spot, but some of them, different teachers do different kinds of focus anchors, right? So you have to kind of learn from those people. All right, so those are the focus anchors. That's everything for today. Thank you guys for staying focused for the whole 30 minutes and hanging out with me. You guys rock so hard. All right, and you guys are free to go. Have a good afternoon. Bye, everyone.